What's going on today, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'll be trying Ronin tweaks. I got his ultimate, and before I get into doing some benchmarks and show you guys the utility, huge shout out to the owner, Ronin himself. He gave me a 25% discount, and he was willing to give me the BIOS add-on for free. So huge shout out to him. Very nice, and honestly, just looking at the utility, it looks pretty nice. So I'm gonna pull it up now so I can show you guys what we're working with. Alright, now here's the home page. You do log in using your Google account, I believe it is, and first off shows you all of your system specs, everything like that. Then there's a backup section for registry and system restore, and I've never seen anybody have a registry backup, so I do kind of like that. I already did the system restore and the registry backups just in case that this utility is ruining my PC, which I really hope it doesn't. Fixes if there's anything going on. There you go. Then tweaks. So here's the system, here's the CPU. It does give you two options, but depending on what you have. I have an AMD, so here's the CPU section, here's the gaming section. The GPU section gives you another options again, which I really do like. Gives you everything in here, the input delay, the network, the peripherals, and the power. Now if we go on over to cleaners, here is everything for the cleaners. And then in advanced, you can pick between any of these power profiles. Here's some schemes. This is what you have, like your power plans that you have on your PC, and then some settings of like what the power plan has. NVIDIA profiles, this is just different profiles for, I'm guessing, your NVIDIA control panel. And then game profiles, there's 6,000 different ones, which is very impressive. They have some all the way from Fortnite all the way to Valorant, if I can find it, Valorant. They also have, if it will work, they have counter, they have Counter-Strike, lots of different ones. So it's pretty cool to see that they have multiple different ones. You can also apply a lot of different ones at the same time. So if you play Valorant and Fortnite a lot, you could apply both of them and it'll be perfectly fine. Script builder, you can create a script with literally everything, and then once you're done, you could like post it inside of their channel. You can even import some, you can export it, and you can also import it by going over into the tweak section and going to import script. And then here is the BIOS tuner. It does give you an acknowledgement for 10 seconds that you might you have to wait, and it's basically just saying that if anything happens to your BIOS, it is not their fault, which I completely understand. And then you have to analyze your system and all that. Not sure if it's okay. It did work. It gives you what options are enabled and which ones aren't, and there's only 6, but there's probably a lot inside of them. Yeah, there's 22 found, 1, 12, 5, 4. So that's what the utility's looking like. Now let me show you guys some benchmarks of the befores, show you guys me running through them, and then the benchmarks of the afters. Alright, now here I have the befores for you guys. Blue is average, orange is 1% low average, and the yellow is 0.1% low average. I'm just gonna let you guys pause the video and look over that. And now I'm gonna get you guys the latencies. Alright, here you guys go for the latencies. For the Windows Performance Toolkit, yellows is maxes and blues is averages. Main things you guys need to look at is DXG, NVLD, USB, NTOS, and NDIS, so the first 5. And then for Lancemon, these aren't bad graphs, could be better. And then for stats, it's just all of these, which aren't horrible, but could do some working on. I'm just gonna let you guys pause the video. Alright, and now I'm just gonna be applying all those tweaks. Alright, now that is it for applying everything. Now I'm gonna restart my PC and give you guys the afters. Alright, now here I have the afters. This is gonna be the FPS. Seems about the same, but the average is getting worse by about 20. You probably won't feel it, but it is nice to keep the FPSs kind of higher. Before, left, after, right. After further inspection of this, it didn't really get better in any areas. The averages got better by a little bit on some of them. The maxes tended to get worse, and the only thing that really had a good difference was the NDIS, which went from 16 average to 6 and 208 max to 155. And then if we go on over to Lancymon, I don't know the befores, so these graphs look about the same to me. And if we go down to stat, there's these are pretty big. I'm pretty sure that this top one used to be like 290, and then like 6 in the 200s, 300s, and 4 or something like that. But pretty good for Lancymon. So let's go to the final part. Alright, now we're in the free building map. I don't really feel a difference, honestly. I'm a little bit washed, because I've been playing Val a lot, if y'all have been checking out the streams. But I don't really notice a difference, I'm not gonna lie. I don't really even know what to say. Also, for the tweaks, there's some that didn't work. So I just had to apply them manually and tell him. It's perfectly fine. He's probably going to be fixing all the bugs in the next update. Not a bad utility, pretty neutral. Might work on other PCs. But personally for me, it made stuff a little bit worse, a little bit better. But depends on every system. Every system's different. So, to conclude, not bad. Didn't get worse, really. It was just more neutral. So, I'd rather take neutral tweaks than worse tweaks. So, hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to like, sub, and tell me who to check out next. And I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.